What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? If you're new here, my name is Cole. I'm a cinematographer and colorist based in Atlanta, Georgia. And today we're going to be talking about something that's pretty controversial. You'll hear different answers from different people, and that is about whether or not you should do free work. A lot of people in the film industry are always going to tell you that you should never do free work. You should always charge what you're worth, and you should always be getting paid for when you're working, and there's no in between. I've heard that from so many people. And then I've also heard the other side of the spectrum where people are saying you should absolutely do free work if you want to grow, if you want to do new types of projects. Like, it's so vital. And I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts on this, like what I think you should do and what I've been doing lately. So, my opinion on this is that you should 100% do free work. One of the biggest clients that I've ever landed was when I just randomly did a free shoot for someone, and I was around the right person, and then that led to a giant contract of my being my main client. So that was about 2 or 3 years ago when that happened, and I recently moved to a new city, and I've also been wanting to grow as a cinematographer and a colorist, and I've been wanting to do new types of projects, just cooler types of projects that are more what I want to do. And I realized that I just didn't have a lot of this type of work on my website, or really just any proof that I can do it. It's that thing where it's like, you can do something. Like, you film sports content or something, and then someone's asking you to shoot their wedding, and you're like, man, I know I can do that. Like, I film freaking runners every day. Like, of course I can film a bride walking down an aisle like that. Of course. But it's just one of those things when you're getting hired for video work, is people are really just wanting to see the proof that you've done it already. Even if it is something that you know is in your wheelhouse. Like, for me, I want to start doing more music videos and just more commercial work. And I've already done work that is even harder than that or more complicated. But just to get into that space, I need to go out and do some free projects in order to get into that space. Another one of those would be like short films and narrative work. I'm like getting more into that as a DP. And in order to do that, I'm kind of just shooting some free stuff, or like very low rate stuff, so I can just get that work on my reel or on my website, just so like next time when people ask me like, can you shoot this short film or whatever it is, music video, I can be like, yes, here's one that I've done. And then they can just look at that and be like, oh wow, that's awesome. Even though it was like that one you did was like the first one that you've done in that niche. But just the fact that you've done it, they're now able to hire you. I think free work is so important because it's the fastest way for you to grow into doing something new or something more challenging that you haven't already done. And it's really like the only way that you can kind of step up into that next level of project or whatever it is that you want to do. So, like, say you want to start doing some commercials, or you want to start either directing commercials, or you want to start DPing commercials, whatever it is. The easiest way to get into that is to just go out and do that yourself for like a free project. So that way there's no stakes, there's no pressure, and you can just get some reps in, and then you'll be able to have that video once you're done as proof that you've done it. So now people can look and be like, oh yeah, he has done that. And then you'll also have that confidence that you've done it a couple times, that you're like, okay, now for this like higher paying actual role for this, like, I'm comfortable doing this now. So I really think doing free work or low paying work like that sometimes is the only way to get into that. So, super important to leveling up, but it's also just very important for networking and meeting new people that you may have never met. So for me, I am new to this city, Atlanta, Georgia, and I don't really know a lot of people. So I don't really have a name for myself yet here. So no one's like really just gonna call me and be like, "Oh, Cole is here. I know he's here. I can sense it. I'm gonna DM him and ask him to DP my music video or whatever it is." So what I've been doing since I moved up here is just going out with cinema camera and just getting some people together and just shooting stuff for free or for super low cost just to post stuff out on my Instagram. And then at the same time, I'm meeting people. So for example, recently I shot a short film for an actor. So it was a friend of a friend, and he's like an aspiring actor, and he's wanting to just get some more high quality work on his reel. And I was like, yeah, man, let me help him out. So I went and helped him shoot this little short film, or like a scene more so. And just in doing that, that opened me up to his whole network of people, with that being like other actors that are now contacting me, other directors, like all these other people that are in this area that didn't know I was even existed. But since I went and shot this free or low budget thing, they now see me and they're like, wow, this looks incredible. Because it didn't really matter how good or bad, well, it didn't matter, like, even if it was like the best thing ever that I shot, if no one had seen it, then it wouldn't have mattered. So just the fact that people saw this thing that I made, it led to all these other opportunities. And then I went and worked with another person through that network, and then again, whole new network of opportunities from that. And then it just starts to snowball until like a lot more people know who you are, and you're opened up to all these new opportunities just because you did a free job, where if you would have just been sitting at home like, I'm too good for that, I need to be getting paid my day rate of $1,200 or whatever it is to get on this project, I'm not going to do it. It's like, yeah, you could do that, but you could also make 10 times more money if you would have just done a little free project, and then all these other people are hitting you up. So another way that I've been implementing free work to get into other niches is I've been wanting to get more into music videos, like I said at the beginning. So in order to do this, I pretty much am just going out, meeting some artists, and starting to shoot some music videos, even if they're like super low budget, just because like I don't have that resume of shooting music videos. I've been doing video and film for about 7 years now, but I really just never got into music videos. But it was mainly because of my location. I was in like a very kind of in the sticks place where there's really no music scene or artists. But now that I moved to the city, I can finally start meeting some bands and some artists and start shooting some music videos. So I've been doing some shoots with some local artists and stuff, and doing it for free or cheap. And pretty much doing that, I'm learning how to shoot music videos, and I am meeting all these other people, these new artists. And I'm assuming in the future, once these music videos are made, other people are going to see these and be like, wow, this is amazing. And then I'm just going to get even more work. That's the plan. I'm in post-production right now with a lot of these music videos, but hoping that is what is going to happen. Probably will happen. Another way to implement free work that you guys can do this is, if you want to work with a certain company or certain brand, what you should do is either go out and make a spec project that is like pretty much just like that service or brand or whatever it is that you're trying to make, or you can contact them and offer them a free video. And you may be thinking like, why would I do this? Like, I don't want to do videos for free. But it's like a lot of the time, the biggest barrier with you working with a client is just they don't really know you yet. And it's really just the money. Like, they don't want to spend money yet because they don't really know you, and they don't know if you can do the job that you're saying. So a really good way to just skip all of that is to just offer to do a free video, as long as you explain to them that, the later ones, like, they cost this much, this is how much I usually charge, but I'd be willing to do this first one for free in order to get business with you guys. And then as long as you explain that, you do that video and kill it, and then you'll probably develop a relationship with that client. And if it's a good one that's like it's worth it, then this could be just tons of money down the road and future opportunities. So that's how you guys could potentially use free work to benefit your video business. So in conclusion, I think free work is awesome, and I think you guys should implement it as well if you want to grow as a filmmaker and elevate your business. Hopefully you found some value watching this, and hopefully you enjoy. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on another one. Peace out.